Yes, Toll Tuesday still here. I promise. I promise. Hi guys, welcome to Lee Reacts. Hope everyone's having a good day. I know I am. And yes, to all the commenters who have been asking, what happened to Toll Tuesday? Where's Toll Tuesday? We just took a week break since I guess we had like 2 people who sponsored the albums basically. Now we only have 1.5 basically. So we're just separating things and kind of giving it space, so we have more Toll, over time basically. We're doing the next 3 tracks from the album we've been working on: Too Old, Too Rock and Roll, Too Young to Die. The next 3 tracks are Salamander, Taxi Grab, and then From a Deadbeat to an Old Greaser. Those are the next 3 songs. That's what we're doing today. This is courtesy of our alpha patron, Cora. As always, Cora, thank you so much for your support. I truly appreciate it. And let us go. If you want to subscribe, help brother out, click that icon somewhere. It's somewhere down there. I'd really appreciate it. And if you want to get a video just like you're about to see, we have a really cool Patreon community. If you join the $30 tier up, you get 1 to 2 free requests a month. And requesting closes in like 3 or 4 days. So if you want to get in, you better get in. All right. Salamander, Jethro Tull. 3, 2, 1, go. (1976). This is awesome. Damn. Ian and Martin going in.
Born in the sun-kissed plain. Who was it lit your candle? Ran ringing with your name. I see you walking from my window in your Kensington haze. Salamander, Salamander, Salamander. For me, I'll burn for you.
Mystic sounding. The slight flute in the background, that's awesome. Right into the next one. Taxi Grab. I wonder how old Ian was when he wrote this. Like, he must have been like 30 or something. I feel him.
Shake a leg, it's the big rise. Can't find a taxi, can't find a bus. Bodies jammed in the underground, evacuating London town.
I missed Glasscock, man. He's such a good bass player. As weird as that sounds to say. And Barrymore.
There's an empty cab by the taxi stand. Drivers in the cafe washing his hands. Big T's the lighters, the keys inside. Come on, Sonny, let's take a ride. Black down uptown, no sweat.
This is like This Was almost.
It's the best band yet. Taxi ride, taxi ride.
Man, Ian is a genius, bro. Like, come on. Sorry, it just hit me, dude. Come on. Everything is good. Oh, come on. Now you're just showing up. It's not a train song, but it should be.
Take a leg, it's a big ride. Can't find a taxi, can't find a bus.
All taxi songs are good songs. Just saying.
Underground, evacuating London town. Tea time calls, the bingo halls. Open at 7 in the old front stall.
Damn.
Taxi ride, taxi ride,
Damn, Barrymore's killing it.
taxi ride. Taxi ride, taxi ride, taxi ride, taxi ride, taxi ride.
Damn. Oh, come on. Nice. The only thing I can think of is Harry Chapin's Taxi and this, so that's 2 for 2. Taxi songs are good songs. That was awesome. From a deadbeat to an old greaser.
To an old greaser
I just said that, Ian.
is thinking of you. You won't remember the long nights, coffee bars, and black ties, and white
Strings.
in shop windows, where blonde sisters fully fashioned a world made of dummies with no mummies or daddies to reject them when bombs were banned every Sunday in the shadows.
This is gorgeous.
FBI and tired young sax players so their instruments of torture
That voice is so chirpy.
says in a station sharing wet dreams of Charlie Parker,
Is he double tracked?
Jack Kerouac,
Or is that someone else?
Rennie McGree,
Oh, that's him. Yeah.
to name a few.
I hear you, John Evan. Yep.
Who were too wise for their own good, left the young brood to go on living
And that's D. Palmer on sax.
Old queers with young faces who remember your name, though you're a deadbeat with tired feet. Two ends that don't meet, to a deadbeat.
I wasn't expecting this track with this name.
From an old greaser. Think you must have me all wrong. I didn't care, friend. I wasn't there, friend. If it's the price of a pint that you need, ask me again.
Oh, wow. Damn, that went by like nothing. Well, like I said, we're spacing it out a little bit, so that's cool. 3 tracks is more than enough for me, and I kind of wish I'd thrown another one on there, though, now that I think about it, but that's okay. And I think next week will be the finale for this album. This is them at, like, almost like their most... It sounds like this was at points, at least that second song did. That's just like that super heavy, almost like Delta blues influence. I love it. It sounds so good with them, period. It doesn't matter what era. Like whenever they go to that like full blues mode, which they do it a lot actually, more than I think. It's so good. I love it. They just turn it on, man, and they know that's like in Ian's blood almost. Like he's like an old-timey bard, but he's like, I don't know, it's like a blues player that's I honestly, like, I think he's kind of unheralded as, you know, as good of a blues musician as he is. He's very creative and out of the box and does all kinds of different stuff, but I think even the influence on the first couple albums, because we just, you know, that's why I said what I said about Glenn Cornick, you know, I liked John Glasscock a little bit better, because we've been listening to the original albums, and amazing material, but this has like a different sort of approach. You know, I know it's a part of like a comic strip and a story and all that, but it's interesting. You know what I'm saying? It's not, I wouldn't say it's my favorite Jethro Tull, but it's intriguing enough that I obviously want to keep listening to it. That's why I wanted to put another song on, because this is one of those albums that maybe you should have done like in one sitting maybe, but I can't really do that on here, so that's okay. I love the acoustics in this though. And honestly, in all 3 tracks, maybe a little bit less in the third track, because that was more of the strings and that sax from D. Palmer, which is excellent. I like when they get that orchestration going with them. That's another kind of sound that's few and far between for them, but they do it though. And I like when they do that, when they kind of just sort of step back and let Ian do his thing with the vocals. He's like double track there. At first it kind of tripped me out a little bit, but I got used to it after like maybe like 30 seconds, and I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. He's just such a great vocalist. Like I said, whenever he actually does sing, it's great. But even when his normal, you know, the voice he does, I still enjoy it a lot. But I did hear little glimpses of that of that voice in the third track when he actually sings. I mean, he's got a beautiful voice, man. But either way, I enjoy the vocals. So is there anything extra for this one? Orchestrations by D. Palmer, and they were conducted by D. Palmer, so okay, that makes sense. Barrymore Barlow on drums, John Glasscock on bass, John Evan on piano and keyboards, Martin Barr on electric guitar, Ian Anderson on lead vocals, acoustic guitar, flute, harmonica, additional electric guitar, and percussion. That harmonica was sick in that second song too, man. I love it. I love it when they bust out the harmonica, especially like on the first couple albums, man. They had that sound down perfect, and I think Jethro Tull and the blues are just, I don't know, man. I love when they do it. But if I had to pick out of those 3, that's hard, man. Salamander was really good. I like the acoustic sort of battle, sort of, you know, dueling. It wasn't banjos, but like dueling acoustics, basically. I don't know if that was Martin and Ian or just Ian doing that, but it sounded great. And then Taxi Grab. That was probably my favorite, actually, out of the 3. It had like I said, those moments of the blues that really shine through that I think were really good. And then Barrymore, especially towards the end, from like the second half on, man, he really turned it on. He's such a good drummer, bro. I know Clive he's a little more of a hard hitter, I'd say. That Barrymore Barlow is just, oh, he's so precise. It's so technical. When you listen to him play, man, it's just like, oh my goodness. He fades into the background very well and does his job, and you don't even notice him half the time. But when you do listen and hear him, he's just magnificent, bro. He's such a wonderful drummer. And I've seen live performances of both of them many times. You know what I'm saying? Clive is just like an animal back there. I'd say he's more of like a technician. You know, Barrymore, you can turn those, the primal sort of sounds on. I've heard him do that, but he's way more precise. But Clive, he just has that power in him, bro. I love it. But if I had to pick between Glenn Cornick and Glasscock, man, it's like, I don't know why I'm comparing the two different eras. I guess that's just because I was stuck on, we were listening to the beginning. It's hard to pick it, man, because there's such good stuff in both eras. But like with this one, there's definitely a continuity. Like there's a story going through it. There's a narrative. It's very interesting. You can kind of get like bits and pieces from it, from the actual music itself. I bet having the comic and stuff would actually help a little bit more to put the pieces together of what's actually going on. Because with with what are the names? Hold on. With names like Quiz Kid, Crazed Institution, Salamander, Taxi Grab, and from a deadbeat to an old greaser, you can't really glean the meaning of the story. That's some pretty random words to put together. But if you had the comic, I'm gonna have to check it out to look at, actually look it up. But actually next week is not gonna be the finale because there's still a whole side to go. This is the end of side 1, so we still got Bad Eyed and Loveless, Big Dipper, Too Old to Rock and Roll, Too Young to Die. That'll be next week's video. And then the last one will be the week after. That'll be Pied Piper and the Checkered Flag, Dead or Alive. And there's bonus tracks too. A Small Cigar and Strip Cartoon. Oh yeah, we're saving that for Nightcap though, probably. I forgot. Cora's got it all planned out, bro. I love it. I appreciate you, Cora. Thank you for sponsoring these videos basically every week. It's such a treasure to actually be able to dive into an artist like this, and listen to everything, because it really gives you a complete picture of a band that's had many different faces, but at the same time it's still always been Ian. Musically it's been different faces, but it's always been Jethro Tull deep down, because I think that's Ian. And like I said, he's truly a bard, man. He's telling us a story here. I might not completely understand it. I might have to look it up and actually, might have to fill me in, or I'll read the comic or whatever, but the way that he just gets across his message and what he does, it's just wonderful, man. And to be able to play all that stuff and just, I don't know. He's so talented. He can write, he can sing, he can play guitar. He can basically play bass too. I think he can basically anything you need done, he can play it. You know what I'm saying? So it's, you really can't beat that, dude. But like I said, I'd say the bluesy aspect of the second song was my favorite part, but I also like the dueling kind of acoustic sound in the first one. But then the orchestration, the sax, and Barrymore's drumming in the second one, but for the third one, the orchestration, the sax, and then his vocals. Like at first, like I said, I wasn't a big fan of him in that third song, but then about 30 seconds in, I got used to the double track sort of sound, and I liked it, man. That was him it felt like he was bearing his soul there without us even really knowing it. I kind of just picked up on that now thinking about it. It felt very personal, but at the same time, that's how you tell stories about your life. Like someone as talented as him, basically, you can use metaphors and turn it into stories. And, he's got a great imagination. Like, look at all the album covers and all the concepts and stuff. Like, he's got a great mind, bro. And I feel honored to actually just sit down and be able to listen to his music every week. And I appreciate that we get to sit here and do it together, because you rock. Thank you for watching. What'd you think of that? I'm pretty sure this is probably new to a lot of people. I'm honestly curious. Did you like that or not? I did. I really did. I can't wait to hear the rest. Because I've heard that Too Old to Rock and Roll, Too Young to Die is a great track. So that's next week. That's going to be good. And like I said, this isn't... I wouldn't say this is like... it wouldn't crack my top 5 so far of Jethro Tull. But it's still really good, though. Of course, it's Tull. You know what I'm saying? But... I don't know, they've got such amazing music that it's really hard to crack that top 5. Once you've listened to it, you're like, bam, 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 bam. You know what I'm saying? At least it changes, but Crest of a Knave's still number 1 for me. Then Thick as a Brick, man. Then I guess Benefit would be 3rd. I don't know, dude. It's hard to rank them actually. When I think about it. Passion Play, Songs from the Wood. Stormwatch is really good. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, you go down the list and it's just all banger after banger after banger. And sometimes it's funny. It's the sum. What would the phrase be? Like, it's sometimes not the individual songs themselves are the best, but like put together as an album and like through and through. It's like it's even better. I don't know how to describe it. It's like, you know, the sum is greater than its parts. Is that what it be? That's what the saying would be. I feel like that applies to Jethro Tull, because sometimes there's like a song or here or there that I'm not the biggest fan of, but listening into like the context of the album, it makes it better. So I'll leave it at that. Thank you for watching, guys, and don't, like I said, don't worry. Tull Tuesday ain't going nowhere. We just took a little break. I think we'll be back next week. I don't know if we're gonna split it up, but yeah, I'll be back next week with the next video. Well, we won't take another break. I don't want to get a bunch of all the comments like, what happened to Tull Tuesday? It's right here, bro. I got you. Thanks, Cora. See you later.